Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel. And a good morning to do it because a lot of stocks are moving off the back of regulatory filings. Val, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Nathan. Yeah, we're seeing shares of Google jump near 5% in pre-market trade, leading the gains of the Mag 7 and leading the NASDAQ higher this morning, all on the back of 13F filings that showed that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway built a near $5 billion stake in the company in the third quarter. Now, Warren Buffett has talked at length about missing some of these tech stocks, but it's funny that he chose now to buy into Google in the third quarter. Now, remember, these are mostly backward looking, but I guess investors are as maybe shocked as I am that Warren Buffett has made this move. So Google shares reacting quite positively this morning. I should note that in the 13F filings, they didn't show all good news when it comes to big tech holdings. Warren Buffett trimmed his holdings of Apple by 15%. And we're seeing the shares of Nvidia in the red on the back of Peter Thiel's hedge fund selling off most of its holdings of Nvidia in the third quarter. Nvidia is in the red, down 0.5%. And this comes after recent lines that SoftBank also sold off their $6 billion worth of holdings. Both of these funds opted to exit their holdings of Nvidia amid concern about a rising AI investment bubble. But I have to note, Nathan, that a big analysis of the 13F filings showed it was pretty equally split between the same number of hedge funds increasing their stake of Nvidia to those that have been decreasing their stake. So it just seems these big splashy ones are the ones that have been exiting, but it has been mostly balanced. And this all comes ahead of Nvidia reporting Wednesday after the bell, very likely to set the tone for the AI trade into year-end.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Nvidia week, doesn't it, Valerie? We got a little bit of maybe some Merger Monday news in the media space.
Yeah, this one's really interesting. So this also to do with local TV. We're seeing Sinclair, news that also on the back of regulatory filing, should I say, their 13D filings has taken an 8% stake in EW Scripps. So we're seeing the shares of EW Scripps up 17%. Sinclair in the green as well, up 2% after this news. So the Wall Street Journal is reporting that these two companies have also been discussing a potential merger and that Sinclair has increased its stake in order to add pressure on Scripps to agree to a sale. Now, those that are not familiar with local TV networks, Sinclair is one of the largest owners of local TV stations. EW Scripps also owns a portfolio of local TV stations in over 40 markets. It's had some recent success due to its rights over WNBA games. Now, Sinclair's board in the past did sign off on a plan to examine potential acquisitions. So it does seem like it's lining up that EW Scripps could be one of them. And this comes on the back of a more favorable regulatory background with Trump's new administration pick to the FCC, leaning towards allowing further consolidations in the local TV space.
Okay, so moving on from 13F and 13D filings, we're seeing some big analyst downgrades on computer hardware companies.
Yeah, this is all down to Morgan Stanley. They have downgraded a lot of the names in the hardware space. One of them receiving a double downgrade was Dell. We're seeing shares of Dell down nearly 6% in the pre-market trade. They also downgraded HPE and HP. So we're seeing shares of HPE down 2.8% and shares of HP down 1%. This is on the back of a big call from them about a sluggish demand for hardware in the near future. And they're also citing a memory supercycle increasingly posing a risk to earnings.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.